gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfarers, and welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and in this episode we're going to sneak into the embassy of House Faroon to get their codes to open up the archives and steal the Terramorph data. Should be interesting. Well, they say that there's some crazy plants in here. I'm sure that we'll find some Faroon heretic writings too. That would be wonderful. Alright, this place is pretty smashed up. Sending us to the elevators. That's a pretty cool logo. This whole place is kind of wild. Yeah, let's see what's in here. Wait, I can't open? Okay, it does not work. I guess the only way is the elevator. Let's go to the... Wait, why does this say... What? Lobby, first floor, second floor. Let's go to the... Is the first floor where we are? Okay, it is. Let's go to the second floor. Actually, I should be prepared for combat. I think we are expecting combat here. Oh. Really? Nothing, huh? Okay. Down to the embassy we go.
It is so strange that now, for all reasons, is my first time inside this place.
We'll loot afterwards. I want to know what's going on. Alright, we'll do the computer first. Turret control interface status inactive. Alright. Turrets are ours now.
It's been a very long time since I have seen one of these trees.
Something crazy's going on here. I was hoping we could reprogram them. It's very loud in here. Alright, let's do some hacking. How does this? Okay, it fits there. That's not gonna work. It's gotta be a 4, so it's gotta be this one. It doesn't have to be, but it is most likely to be. Yeah, so it's that and this, right?
I never had the patience for computer systems.
It said that the robot was inactive, right? Let's activate it. Should have activated that turret as well. Hey, buddy. Wow, there's a lot of them. We'll loot this place up a little bit later. As I go around looting. All right. That's the inner one solved. Oops. We'll loot later, so. Inaccessible. Where are we supposed to go? Couldn't see it, but so where Andrea was shooting.
I'm impressed. I could not accomplish that.
Oh, this is getting annoying. Wait, how does this... Oh, right there. Duh. Okay. Alright, that's the inner one solved. So that's this and this. This. We need a 1, which we don't have. Okay. Seems like every time they It seems like every time that we turn on some power, the hallucinogen fades, which will be good for looting this place up eventually. Because otherwise it would be kind of a nightmare. Hello, weirdo.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
All right. Dude, your jacket is not the same length. That does not look like a comfy chair.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack, then the embassy was struck with a power surge, and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
It's destroyed. Did you say the thing pouring clouds upstairs is called a venom tree? Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Everyone's dead. Let's go with is that what happened here in Power Surge?
I take it you didn't have such an experience where you were, then, hmm? Yes, the entire embassy was thrown into lockdown, trapping me in my quarters, disabling the Venom Tree's filters, and arming the defenses. A disconcerting experience, to say the least. Was the rest of the city spared?
Everywhere in the city is in better shape than this dump, or the spaceport's in rough shape, but not that much else was damaged. Why can't I lie to this guy and be like, the entire galaxy has been destroyed. It's been eaten by the giant serpent. I'm not gonna pass judgment on this the situation in this place. He was trapped in here. Yeah.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you and your friend here.
You need not maintain the facade, Kasric. She knows who I am. Who I actually am.
Quite the breach in protocol, Andreja. Something I look forward to discussing further. Once we've established why it is you to have come waltzing through my door uninvited. Now, the broadcast earlier spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Crystal clear. Bingo! Hand over your card so I can get out of this place. Or hand over your code so I can get out of this place. Or, we're going to ensure that something like this never happens again. And we need your code to do it. Or, correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks. Yeah, I'm going to go. I mean, these two are basically saying the same thing. I'm just going to go with the top one.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
I cannot guarantee that. You don't need my insurances. Independent observers will verify its use responsibly. It is an impossible request. I can't know how exactly this will all play out. You're just an old man in a basement. You don't get to tell me what I do, Ambassador. Knowledge can't be evil. What about knowledge of, say, gunpowder? No, that's stupid. I'm not even going to answer that. I'm not even going to ask that, even though I have a policy of asking questions. That is just... Holy shit, that's ignorant. Okay, so that's an impossible request. I kind of like that one. This is a good one, too. But at the same time, I mean, we have no real authority, so it's like we can promise that independent observers will verify that it's used responsibly, but we don't control the independent observers. What if they pull them? So I'm going to say it's an impossible request.
We cannot know all the results of one's actions, certainly, but intentions, those we can command. I want you to assure me yours are noble ones.
Alright, we'll do the independent observers one.
Every measure will be taken to ensure the information is used for good.
Well, then I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
Follow me.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
All right. All right, let's play around with this place. It's an interesting place. You get enough food down here to last for... Whoa. Some good stats. Oh, shit. Oh, I should not have done that. I didn't see that it was called for. Oh, no. Oh, we gotta redo that. I'm sorry. Oh. This sucks. Yeah, I didn't see the little marker, because a lot of times cred sticks aren't... Wait. Okay. I have to be like, hey. How do I just pay my debt? Now we gotta load. Damn it. Oh, that's embarrassing. Me just grabbing cred sticks thinking that they're not gonna be claimed. Hurry it up, buddy.
He's so so strange that now, for all reasons, is my first time inside this place.
Oh, I'm way back here? Oh, I'm way far back. Oh, this sucks. Maybe we can actually hack these things better this time. What the hell? There. Man, this is so early. I'm sorry.
It's been a very long time since I have seen one of these. I would be proud to know the place.
I forgot to get this computer. Sorry. Commando our way through. So bad.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Where's that cred stick?
Not the ideal. I suspect.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Tell
skip
me
through
though,
all this.
is the rest
Inventory.
harmless spores? It is the sap, but I must know.
Then we did power surge.
I take it you didn't. Yes, the disconcerting
Space porters in our
Is that
shape.
right? Huh? Now, and your friend,
You need not maintain.
quite the breed. Something I look. Now, worrying. Ah, so the.
Correct. I think this is the one that we did.
Yeah, the preservation of but for years in exchange for the knowledge you asked,
Then I said impossible request.
we cannot know.
Then I said you don't need my insurances.
Every
Andrea liked
measure will
that.
be taken.
Well, please.
Then before I loot this place, I'm gonna freaking save so we don't have to go through that again. I think we actually did better the first time.
Let's
got
hope
more.
it still works.
Did more hacking and had to kill few of their defenses because of it.
Let it be used for good.
Alright. Saving before I accidentally steal something again. See, here's the weird thing. These aren't claimed. But that cred stick is. The tissues aren't claimed. So it's very hit or miss. Wow, that's actually a really good boost pack. No thermal though. Alright. We have to loot, but we have to be careful. And I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some heretic contraband in here. Actually, you know what? I want to talk to him, see if he's got anything new to say.
I will not have House Varun be known only for slaughter.
So why'd the rest of the embassy staff leave? Where'd they go?
The affairs of House Varun are our own. They left. That is all there is to be said on the subject.
What's it been like being from House Varun in New Atlantis?
It was tolerable, even pleasant, when my brethren were here in the embassy with me. We remade this place as best we could into a home we all would recognize. Our native flora, our iconography, our connection to the serpent, they came with us. With my brethren gone, it has been trying. But the great serpent has always provided me a path in my darkest moments.
Why'd you stay behind?
House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the great serpent, and I do not believe the serpent decides such things on a whim. So, when my brethren left, I remained, honoring the serpent's will as I saw fit, as is the right of all his followers.
Great Serpent, that's your god, right?
The great serpent is so much more than a god. It is fate itself. When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United Colonies 140 years ago for distant stars, it was the serpent that compelled him to found his now great house. The serpent made us who we are today. Its voice speaks to us, shepherding us through the dark, and infuses our lives with the meaning the universe so often fails to provide.
Is it bad that Andrea told me she's part of House Varun?
It is perhaps not my place to say. She has her own calling, as I have mine, but I assume that she, like most of our observers, was instructed to keep her history private. I would not even know of her myself were it not for the urgent need to pass on communications a year ago. She must trust you a great deal to have told you. I suggest you keep it to yourself, for both of your sakes.
It's not a threat. we have around here. You will not like it if we pick a safe. So I can take the storeroom keycard, huh? So he has an exterminator advanced bridger. Let's make sure that none of these are gonna get us in trouble if we take them. I mean, I think we have an advanced bridger already. Let's take a look at his personal computer. Log 1. Arrival. Yesterday marked the beginning of my tenure as House Varun's ambassador in the United Colonies. I arrived full of hope, believing our gesture of opening this new embassy would demonstrate that we have moved beyond our blood-stained past. But we had barely been in New Atlantis for an hour when the troubles ahead of me began to reveal themselves. Our brief walk from the spaceport to the embassy was marked by suspicious glances and sneers from numerous strangers on the street. I fear minds here will not be easily changed. The wrongdoing of House Varun will not be so easily forgotten. It is my fervent wish that this embassy will come to be seen as an emblem of peaceful future, free from the stains of prejudice and violence. I will do my utmost to act as an avatar for that goal, regardless of any resistance I face. Though I find myself in a strange land, I know the Great Serpent will guide us to success in our endeavor. Log 2, protests. This morning, I was roused from contemplative prayer by the sound of muffled shouting. Upon investigation, I discovered a sizable group of United Colonies citizens engaged in a protest on my doorstep. They are opposed to their government's attempts to establish diplomatic ties with House Varun, and are petitioning for the immediate shuttering of the embassy. My attempts to engage them in discussion were fruitless. Most would not speak with me, and those who did refused to believe that our intentions in New Atlantis were purely peaceful. The embassy guards were eventually required to intervene, forcing me back into the building when the crowd's anger began to manifest as threats to my well-being. I intend to discuss this matter with my counterparts in the United Colonies. Their aid will be essential if the effort is to succeed, though I fear this will not be an isolated incident. Visitor. Each day my frustration grows. The Great Serpent, what have I done to merit such scorn? Recently, Sia Mavan arrived at my embassy to receive a visit from such a high-ranking priestess, a gravid no less, with the intention of engaging in talks with the United Colonies. I was overjoyed. Such a gesture from the house could only mean those skeptical of our efforts could at long last see merit in our work. But it seems I was deceived. Sia's stated mission and her actual intentions are clearly at odds. She has refused every opportunity to engage with the representatives of the United Colonies. Instead, she speaks incessantly about the need to surveil the very diplomats whose trust I have dedicated months of effort into gaining. She remains trapped in our old mindset, unable to see what it is that we are actually doing here, guaranteeing House Varun's future. The losses from the Serpent's Crusade were incalculable. Diplomacy is the only method through which House Varun's survival may be assured. I must find a way to make Sia see this. Luckily, I believe tonight's dinner will be the perfect opportunity. Our UC host, Deputy Diplomat Roland, is level-headed, reasonable, I dare say even sympathetic, a rare animal among the UC, if prior experience is to be any indicator. If Sia approaches him with open arms, I have faith that he will embrace her as a comrade. Great Serpent, let this come to pass. Alright, so now we talk about the dinner, log 4. Man, these are long. Alright. Great Serpent, is this a test of my faith? Do you truly wish to plumb the depths of my loyalty? What other explanation could merit why you would permit such a spectacular disaster? Dinner at Deputy Roland's was initially promising, even congenial. Yes, there were pointed questions about House Faroon's intentions, but overall an air of polite decorum was maintained. It was when one of Roland's more boisterous guests, an officer of some type, perhaps having enjoyed one too many glasses of Chandra, asked, "But how can we trust you snakes after what you did?" That I believed the gravid reached her breaking point. Okay, that's I don't think that's properly worded. Anyway, they were only words, but words in the battlefield on which diplomacy is fought. And I realized too late that this was a salvo Sia would not let pass. As dessert was served, Sia excused herself. We waited for it to return, and waited and waited. And when it became clear that the gravid had simply left, I made my pleasantries and rushed back to the embassy. There, I found her packing her things. When I asked where she was going, she simply stated, "I've seen all I need to." And then she left without another word. I reached out to my contacts back in Dasra, who have assured me that they still believe in the venture, that Jirak Varun himself still believes. Wait, is he still alive? And that is all the reassurance I require. Another test of faith. The last of my staff have left today. Our embassy is effectively shuttered. House Faroon's leaders have ceased all communications with the United Colonies. Our own leaders from Dasra were not much better. Standing as a single word return. I think I meant sending. Sending out a single word return. No other reason mentioned for our abandonment of our post. This is very poorly worded. For the abandonment of our post, maybe. For the abandonment of our cause. I know a test of faith when I see one. I serve House Faroon. A simple understanding of that directive would be that I follow their orders. But what we do here is greater than that. If we are to survive, it cannot be on our own. If others refuse to see it, then so be it. So I stand waiting for the day that they see the truth and come back. Silence. There's been no word of my people in months. I have made several attempts at contacting them, but I am uncertain if my messages are reaching Dasra at all. As such, I have had much time to think. Why allow us to come here, make a home for ourselves around a distant star, only to demand our return when the first bit of resistance is met? Because of some drunken slight? Even Sia is not that influential amongst the court. No, there's something larger at play here. And recalling the staff, it wasn't because of the incident with the gravid. A change has occurred. Yet by staying, now I may never know what it is. Only time will tell. Spies. Oh my goodness, these are so long. Alright. I'll try to be quicker about it. Before I was trying to sort of mimic his cadence and tone, but I guess I'll still try to do that, but I'll increase the pace a little bit here. It seems it's been quite some time since my last entry. A welcome bit of exercise today. A United Colony's spy snuck inside the embassy. Just before dawn, as I finished my morning prayers, I heard an odd thrum. At first I presumed I was hearing that my hearing was finally giving out, but then I realized what it was. It was an elevator descending. Presuming uninvited guests could only mean bad things, I snuck upstairs and hid among the branches of the venom tree. I watched like a gargoyle perched on a parapet. As the young man stalked cautiously through the branches of the tree I'd spent so much time cultivating, obviously scared beyond his wits. At one point, an errant branch snapped as he passed, and I swear the boy leapt a foot in the air before realizing its source was benign. I was shocked at the mere idea of House Va'ruun could garner such fear, even this long after the end of the Serpent's Crusade. It would have been amusing if it wasn't a clear reminder of the failure of my own endeavor. We evaded each other for the better part of 2 hours. It was a welcome distraction from a life now steeped in routine. He eventually gave up, returned to the elevator, and I returned to my meditation. As I think on it now, however, the purpose of the visit is exceedingly disappointing. This was no diplomat, no neighborly knock on the door. This was a spy, someone breaking in somewhere a normal soul couldn't. They think me dead, don't they? And the surprising message. It's happened! The message was short. A simple request for information regarding the state of things in New Atlantis, but it filled me with relief nonetheless. House Va'ruun has contacted me at long last. I had been forced to harden my heart to the possibility that I may never hear from my people again. Today's message assuaged that fear. Though their intentions remain unclear, I'm comforted by House Va'ruun's unwillingness to re-engage in communication. Wait, I'm comforted by House Va'ruun's willingness, not unwillingness, to re-engage in communication. I am hopeful that this signifies Dajra's willingness to return to more earnest attempts at diplomacy with the United Colonies. Great Serpent, you answer my prayers at last. I stand firm in my belief that it will be my... Wait. I stand firm in my belief that it will be at my side as I continue to serve House Va'ruun's intentions in New Atlantis. May his celestial light bathe my people and those we once stood against, and help to usher in an era of harmony at last. Oh my god, that's a lot to read. And terribly dry and not terribly interesting at that. I'm being super careful not to accidentally steal something here. But I think that we should probably wrap up the episode here. And that will allow me to also loot offline, because it is boring. And I suspect that we will find some interesting stuff in here, but I can cover that at the beginning of the next episode. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this, despite the fact that we had that hiccup and restart. But I did manage to go through it with a pretty decent pace. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time used in Canada. I'm Cobalt, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.